Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the film world lately, Madhavan's new release, G.D.N, and why it's got everyone talking. But before we get into that, let me hit you with a question. What happens when an actor doesn't just play a character but becomes the storyteller behind the camera? That's exactly what Madhavan did with Rocketry, the Nambi Effect, and it's a move that still has people talking. Personally, I think what makes this really interesting is how Madhavan isn't just sticking to acting, he's stepping into roles that demand depth, both on and off screen. Now, G.D.N is hitting theaters, and it's another biographical drama, this time about GD Naidu, a Coimbatore-born inventor whose life was as unconventional as his ideas. But here's the thing, Madhavan's choice of projects isn't random. From Nambi Narayanan to GD Naidu, he's picking stories that aren't just about individuals but about moments in history that shape India's identity. What many people don't realize is that these aren't just biopics, they're statements. Madhavan's saying something about the kind of stories he wants to tell, and that's what makes this fascinating. Let's rewind a bit to Rocketry. When Madhavan took on the role of Nambi Narayanan, a scientist falsely accused of espionage, he wasn't just playing a character, he was resurrecting a story that deserved to be told. And then he went a step further by directing it. In my opinion, that's where the magic happened. Directing a film like this, especially as a debut, is no small feat. It's like he's not just acting out history, he's actively participating in its retelling. Now, what really caught my attention was Rajinikanth's reaction to Rocketry. When a legend like him calls your directorial debut a must-watch, it's not just praise, it's validation. But what makes this really interesting is the way Rajinikanth framed it. He didn't just say it was good, he said it was essential for young people. That's a big deal. It's like he's saying, this isn't just entertainment, it's education. And Madhavan's response? Humble, heartfelt, and straight from the gut. You could tell he wasn't expecting it, and that's what made it so genuine. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. With G.D.N, Madhavan's not just repeating a formula. GD Naidu's story is completely different from Nambi Narayanan's. One was a scientist wronged by the system, the other an inventor who was both celebrated and ridiculed. What this really suggests is that Madhavan's not just chasing biopics, he's chasing stories that challenge perceptions. GD Naidu was called a lunatic and a terrorist in his time, but he was also a pioneer. If you take a step back and think about it, Madhavan, as G.D.N releases, it's not just another film hitting theaters. It's a continuation of Madhavan's journey as a storyteller who's unafraid to take risks. Whether it's Nambi Narayanan's tragedy or GD Naidu's brilliance, he's proving that some stories are too important to be left untold. So, here's my closing thought, what if more actors followed Madhavan's lead? What if more films were about rediscovering the forgotten heroes of our past? It's not just about entertainment, it's about legacy. And Madhavan? He's building one story at a time. So, what do you think? Is Madhavan onto something bigger here, or is this just another phase in his career? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive. Until next time, keep questioning, keep watching, and keep appreciating the stories that matter.